Your game, just like any other craft, is going to require a lot of patience, practice, and perseverance for you to get better at it. I think of myself as an athlete and game as a sport, which is why I approach game like any other high caliber athlete on the planet. And if you know anything about high caliber athletes, then you know that what separates them from everybody else is their training methods, and more specifically, the kind of philosophy they employ to their training. And that, quite honestly, is very simple. They overtrain and they overprepare. They push themselves harder in practice than they'll ever need to be pushed when they actually have to perform. And even crazier, they find a way to simulate situations and scenarios during practice that would realistically, in real life during their main performance, be the worst case scenario. They find a way to place heavy limitations on themselves to replicate what would be the worst case scenario in real life, so that when it's time to perform, everything feels a lot easier. And you can apply that exact same philosophy to your game. There are a lot of people out there that think they genuinely have a good game. But if I were to go out of my way to take away all the little advantages and crutches that they've been using for years, they'll very quickly come to find that unless the scenario is set up in a particular way, they just can't win. They can't get the girl, they can't get the number, nothing. I don't want that for you. I want you to be able to win under any circumstances. I want you to be the kind of person that can work your way from any deficit at all. And that in itself will be a massive confidence boost for you. Because when you know you can get out of any situation you find yourself in, then you won't be scared to take massive risks, which is where the highest rewards are at. Now, this is the part where I should end the video and tell you to go train your game, but let's get a little practical this time. The next time you interact with a woman, I want you to go out of your way to make it harder for yourself. And this will require you to be very honest with yourself. Here's a few questions you can ask yourself to let you know what crutches you may be using in your game. The last 3 girls you dated, how did you meet them? Was it through online game and social media? Were they girls you already knew through your social circle? Did you already have a mutual friend with this person? Or did you approach her as a stranger in public, like a real fucking man? And not in the club or a bar, because that's cheating. Approaching a woman in an environment that is already fairly sexualized is not cold approach. What if you do approach and she tells you she has a boyfriend? Do you just give up from there, or do you know what to do? And even if you don't know what to do you at least try something? What if she doesn't reply to your text? Are you making some kind of an attempt to get the conversation back? What if she's showing you signs of disinterest? Do you throw your hands in the air and go, "There's plenty of fish in the sea"? Or do you find a way to turn her disinterest into high interest? I'm not saying you have to be successful all the time, but is there an attempt? Do you at least try to work your way out of a less than ideal situation?